I'm saying last time you were in the wall.
70 or what?
You were in the wall last time.
What you think? Racing miles matter.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title, we're out here at Mike's house and we are about to rip apart Hootie. You saw the last time we went out to the track with it. We are white smoking like crazy. We've kind of had a suspicion that the motor's been hurt on it, or there's been an issue with it, whether it be with the heads or whether it be with the rings or piston or something. I mean, you can actually see where there's actually oil puddling up out of this right side. Left side's not bad. I mean, it's actually pretty dry. And it smokes a little bit out that side, but nothing like what this driver's side does. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rip the heads off of it. I mean, he needs to send the heads off anyway, have them looked at. The last time we put the motor together, when we re-ringed it, we didn't send the heads off and have them looked at. Everything seemed to be fine on them. Everything checked out okay, but I mean, since we're gonna have them off this time, we're going through it again. We may have to pull the bottom end out, we don't know. We're gonna pull the heads off first, I think. Take a look at it, see what we got, send those off. I've got a couple other things we're going to do to it. May not get to those today. Most important thing is just to get this motor apart, see what we're working with, get the head sent off, and then see what else we got to do or what we got to order. Also going to be putting an anti-roll on the back of it. Picked that up today. Going to be switching over from these 28-10-5s to a drag radial, and we're going to be taking these shocks off of Sunshine and putting them on here. So there's a lot of big changes coming to the car. Hopefully get this thing run like it's supposed to. I mean, it runs pretty good down the track. It's a salty little car. Try to set this one up specifically for Grudge or a little small tire racing, but don't know. Maybe more than just one driver doing this too. So we want it to be as stable and as safe as possible, but we want to go as fast as possible too, but be able to have fun with it, be able to, I wouldn't say class race with it, but slow it down a little bit to allow another driver to get into this car. It's kind of the little stepchild. We feel bad the way we treat her sometimes. She kind of gets neglected, but like I said,
we're showing her some love now, though.
Yeah, we're showing some love now. Like I said, she's gonna get a lot of new stuff on it, a lot of new upgrades. But first things first, guys, we're gonna jump into this, start ripping this motor apart and see what the big issue is. All right, guys, got the top end of the motor off. Almost just about to take the heads off. Have a few, you can see here in the number 2 cylinder, really wet. Didn't see anything odd when we took off the rockers or anything like that. Everything looked good. There wasn't any extensive play or anything like that. And then over here on number 1, where the gasket is gone, you still see it's really wet there. There's a little bit of wetness in these, so you can't really see down there in the valve guide, valve seals or anything like that if it's leaking through that. But we're fixing to rip these things off and get a better look at it. Hopefully, we're hoping it's something in the heads. I mean, it's kind of acting like a ring is flipped upside down. We're not for certain. When we put these in here, we had a little bit of an issue of the ring gap kind of compressing and almost like they were sticking a little bit. We're hoping that it didn't stick and break one, or just when they, you know, build up heat or something like that, that it doesn't actually close down into where it can't expand, which is kind of like what it's acting like. Almost like you put a wrong ring in there, or like I said, like you flipped one upside down. But we won't know for sure till we get these heads off, but that at least gives us a little preliminary of what we're looking at. So hopefully something we can see, you know, as soon as we open it up. We're not sitting there scratching our heads, but we won't know till we do it. All right, we're ready.
Where am I going with this?
You can sit on the back of the truck if you want to look up at it.
There ain't no spot.
I can move this.
Whoa.
Set it right there.
Rings.
Is it nasty? What's the bottom of the head look like? Chamber. These are a little burny.
One's full of oil, one's full of water.
Yeah.
One's full of oil.
Well, the water we can explain. The oil. Well, pull the element off.
What's the wall look like?
See what we got. The cylinder wall looks good.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's smooth. There's still some hashing in it. I mean, it's not. Of course, I can't see that top side real well. Now we need to get a rad to get that water out. And get that, and we can rotate it over and look at it. Let's pull this other one off and see what we got. Dude, I think that ring's in upside down. All right, guys. Seems we have a little bit of an issue. Kind of, we're thinking the suspect is we think we may have a ring flipped over on this number 1 cylinder. not for certain. This other side's blowing smoke too, but nowhere near as bad as that side. All of this over here looks good. Everything looks dry. Obviously, we need to send the heads off, have those looked at. Just, I mean, do normal maintenance on them, do a little valve job, get them surfaced, stuff like that. Everything else, I mean, looking like this, we can't really tell. So more like what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna end up taking the block out, popping the pan off, and pulling that rod out. You know, just double checking. Like I said, we had a little bit of an issue before where the rings would actually, when you compressed them, they would actually stick in the piston, which was kind of funky. And it was almost like it was the wrong ring, but it wasn't. So we did a little bit of, you know, filing on the ring land. I mean, not going to say filing. We just kind of scuffed with a little piece of sandpaper, and everything was free and clear and fine. But that's not to say once it heats up and it gets in a bind when it expands. But you saw there where there's actual oil sitting down in the cylinder, just kind of acts like something stuck, or like I said, a ring's just, you know, upside down, is pumping oil out of the motor. Here we go. Either that or a broken ring. It'd be nice to find just something.
For all y'all that need to see what's in the motor.
We're gonna find something.
Yeah. For all the secrets we got here. Very looks cherry.
Does the bearing look cherry?
Yeah. That's exactly how they came out. All moving free.
Yeah, they're all moving freely. Would have lost that bearing.
The biggest thing is seeing now is if it's turned upside down. The gaps haven't spun and matched. They're all still. Oh, that's still normal. Oil ring's still good. What's that? Well, guys, we'll look at it and let you know here in a second. All right, guys, we definitely found our issue. Mike made a mistake when he was putting this motor together last time. Honest mistake. We don't know who did it. I mean, it's an honest mistake. We had one ring. We had one ring on number one, like you suspected, was flipped upside down. I mean, it's good we found that problem. We kind of suspected that's what it was, and sure enough, that's the only one that's different than the rest of them. All the others look good. Flipped it over. Just gonna put it right back together. Rock and roll. I mean, there's no other problems otherwise. Send it! Alright guys, she's buttoned up. Got all the pistons back in, every slug in the hole with the piston rings in the right direction. Here we still got the anti-roll doing the bag. He's gonna have the heads off tomorrow. Like I said, hopefully have him back by this weekend. We're taking Sunshine out this weekend no matter what, Sunday. It'd be nice to take them both out, but we'll see what kind of speed they get back on the heads and work it from there, guys. But that's going to do it for us right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll catch you guys on the next one.